Following is a press conference with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on August 17, 1976, in Hyderabad, India.
The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, the first beginning of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, we have to go. We have to tell you. No children, otherwise it will be disturbed. When Arjuna accepted Krishna as the spiritual master, Shishasyeham Sadhimanu Prapannam. First of all, he was talking like friends. When he saw the friendly talking, he will not help us. So, Arjuna accepted Krishna as a spiritual master. Then, as spiritual master, he said, Asatyan anusuta sang prajnavadan sabhas. My dear Arjuna, you are lamenting on the subject matter which is not the subject matter of lamenting. And you are talking like a very learned man. Agatasun, nanusuchan, the Pandit. This body, either alive or dead, it is not a serious subject matter of study. Neither a learned man laments over it. This is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita or spiritual knowledge. Those who are not human beings, according to Vedic Shastra, anyone who has no self-realization is animal. Jasatu buddhi kunape tidhatuke. If one is identifying with this body and this body, which is made of three elements, kapha, pitta, vayu. Jasatu buddhi kunape tidhatuke. Tidhatuke, this combination of three. Saeva gokhar, is animal. So, practically, now, in this age especially, everyone is identifying with this body. That is the basis principle of nationalism, communism, or thisism, or thatism. The bodily conception of life. And according to Vedic person, anyone who is identifying with this body is animal. So, under the circumstances, Hare Krishna, we are trying to revive the spiritual education of the human society. That is Krishna consciousness movement. What is spirit, soul, what it is identification, what is God, what is our relationship with Him, how to work on that, plan, then we become happy. Otherwise, you may make various plans on material basis, it will never be successful, and there is no question of happiness. Because the basic principle is lost. Apusyatam atmatattam griheshu griyamedina. This was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit, that Sutavyadini Rajendra Vinang Santi Sahasra. the subject matter of hearing, there are many thousands. For persons who has no self-realization. Sukadvyadini rajendra nirangshanti sahasrasa apasyatam atmatattam griyesu griyamedina. Those who are not searching after self-realization, they have got many subject matter for hearing and dealing with. That means material subject matter. We have in the newspaper different subject matters for different public interest, but those who are searching after spiritual realization, athata brahma jigyasa, as it is stated in the Vedanta Sutra, also in Srimad Bhagavatam also, jivasya tattva jigyasa. Human life means tattva jigyasa, about inquiry about the absolute truth. But that is now stopped. People are not interested. Self-realization, tattva jigyasa. So this is an attempt to revive their spiritual consciousness, and it is authorized on the basis of Bhagavad Gita as it is, without misinterpretation, and people are taking to it. So it is India's culture, and if we distribute this knowledge systematically, there are departments, cultural departments, so the things are there. If we cooperate, government and the public, then we can give to the whole world something which is very substantial. And there is no difficulty. The things are there. Bhagavad Gita as it is. And this is our movement. Now if you have got any question.
Return from West, do you feel your youth has gained ground in India again? On your return from West, do you think your movement in India has gained ground or created consciousness?
Well, I am not interested in any particular country. This is meant for the whole human society. As you think India or America, we do not think like that. We take the opportunity wherever it is possible to introduce more and more, we take that opportunity.
What is the response in India?
Indian response we have seen when he held meeting in Calcutta, Bombay, Madras. Thousands and thousands of people come here to hear about Bhagavad Gita. Inherently, they are inclined, but there is no systematic education. That is difficult. Now the Janmashtami day is coming. I think every Indian will observe Krishna Janmashtami without any faith. But they are not being educated systematically about Krishna. They know Krishna. They are inclined to Krishna. The education of Krishna is there, but nobody is interested to give them properly, systematically. That is it.
How is the response in the West?
Of course, it is a foreign thing for them, but still they are coming and taking it very seriously.
Do you think they are taking to it because it's novel?
No, there are many novel things go from here, but they are sticking to it. They are now seriously taking to it. They understand that this is a great science. And we are publishing books. We have already published 84 books like that. 84 of 400 pages. And you will be surprised that throughout the whole world we are selling books about $60,000 a day. That means 6 lakhs of rupees. That is the basic income for our expenditure, 102 centers all over the world.
Temple recently, the Parliament recently said
Yes.
that to conduct a probe to see if there was anything fishy.
Therefore I'm bringing before you. Before probably we try to understand what is your income. You are selling this book 6 lakhs rupees daily. And you are spending it. 50% for reprinting the book and 50% for expanding temples all over the world. This is our activity. Now we probe it or understand it.
This is the only source of revenue for the society.
Yes.
And for temples, 50%?
50% for expanding temples and 50% for reprinting books.
Do you have any other source like donations or something like that for your movement?
Very small.
Very small.
Mostly we have got a few cases, a donation of land and house. Not very large sum of money, never.
But I thought 24 has given some...
Huh?
I thought the whole family has given some huge donation.
He has given us 2-3 houses. Not donation, but we have purchased 2-3 houses by the money of Mr. Ford, Alfred Ford. He's my disciple.
Some members in the parliament say that the movement is indulging in some anti-Indian activity. What should be irritating?
So you are an intelligent man, you see what is that anti-Indian? We are spreading Indian culture and this is anti-Indian. How foolish is it? You see, we are spreading Bhagavad Gita as it is and it is anti-Indian. Do you think like that?
What if somebody is using this as a cover?
Huh? But if you have no eyes to see inside, you see the cover only. What can I do? If you are so blind, what can I do?
Now, what has been your contribution to solving the world problems?
Every problem can be solved by Bhagavad Gita. Every problem can be solved by Bhagavad Gita. You put any problem and there is answer.
Cite an instance of how this movement has helped in solving any specific issue, specific problem.
And we think the real problem is they do not know what they are. Dehinasmin dekha dehe ko manujo nangara tatha dehantara prapti dhirastastu namayo. Our modern education, they do not believe that there is spirit soul within the body and the spirit soul transmigrate from one body to another. Where is that education? Is there an education? That there is spirit soul within the body and that spirit soul is transmigrating from one body to another. Is there an education, scientific education all over the world? So that is the statement in the Bhagavad Gita.
You mean to say that this has become part of the integral part of the...
So that is the most important part. If you do not know what you are, then you are talking like a nonsense. If you have lost your identity, then what is your education?
No, but this is the reality of politicians.
This is not the question of politician or economist. This is general education. That you must know your identity, what you are. Then knowledge.
I am living under a system, and that system is there.
But if the system is wrong, then you are living wrongly.
No, but
You are misled.
no, that means the movement should make an impact on a politician. People who,
No, politician, of course. It is in the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, even Rajarshaya Vidhi. This system, this science was understood by the Rajarshi. King who are as good as Rishi, Rajas. So where is that politician? Politician as good as a Rishi? That is the division. It is meant for Rajas, Raja and Rishi. Just like Janak Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, they are kings. But they are at the same time so great and selfless. They are called Rajas, and this is the subject matter. For the Rajas, Imang Vivasati Dhruvam Tatsumānaham Abhayam Manutha Kavibravi Vivasthān Vanave Praho Manutha Kavi Evam Parampara Praptam Imang Rajas Sayodi. So where is the Rajas? That is the division. Where is that Brahman? Where is that Kshatriya? Where is the system? Now anyone can capture the political power by hook and crook. That is another thing. But it is meant for the Rajas. Among Rajas, where is the training? A politician, where he is trained up as Rishi, there is no such thing.
Has there been any official obligation to your movement in any country?
No. No.
Your movement is taking one step. Do you think that it will penetrate into countries?
Yes, I have been in Moscow. I saw many language professors. We are selling our books there.
You are selling your books in Moscow?
Oh yes. Everyone, every intelligent man will check. We are selling books in East Germany, which is communist. They are taking our books.
Are there any centers of the society in communist world?
We have not tried so far. Anukullena Krishnanukulanam.
Maybe such a thing is not allowed.
No, we have gone there, but there are difficulties to start. People are interested. Everywhere people are interested.
What is the response in the Islamic country?
Yes, we have got many students. In Iran, we have got centers. And there are many Muslims. They are all studying.
What is the response in Iran? What is the response?
Iran. The response they are hearing, but some of them they are already converted students. Our head of the institution in Iran is Atreya Rishi. His name was Attarmiya.
You have some projects in English here. Can you explain what it is?
Our project is Bhagavad Gita. We learn Bhagavad Gita and apply practical in your life.
University at Kurukshetra?
Yes.
City, any city?
Yes, we are trying to establish an institution in Kurukshetra to teach Bhagavad Gita in practical life and inviting students all over the world. That is our program. We have asked for some land from the government. So if the government gives us the land, we can try for it.
What you have the city in Hyderabad?
The same program.
Here also you have some land or something also.
Here?
In Hyderabad. You have some projects?
Yes. Yes. We are trying to. Yes. And that land, what is that land? We can give him that.
It's near Medcel village. It has not yet been confirmed. It is under procedure. But we are trying to develop a big project over there, depending on the formal procedures. What project is it?
Our project is Krishna consciousness. So come here, live peacefully, keep your body fit, and work for yourself. You produce your own food, to produce your own cloth. Don't be very much anxious for artificial necessities and save time and be advanced in spiritual life.
Some sort of religious habitat.
So, it is not exactly religious. You have taken because we misunderstand the meaning of religion. Religion generally understood a kind of cult and faith. But in the Vedic literature, religion means the characteristics. Just like sugar is sweet, that is religion. If sugar becomes pungent, that is not sugar's characteristic. Similarly, a human being must be God conscious. So that God consciousness is religion. Because in the human form of life, one can understand what is God. And if he does not become, he remains an animal. Animal cannot understand. So therefore his business is how to athata brahma jigyasa. This is not our manufacturer, this is the Vedanta word. Atha, now you have got this human form of body, based on that transmigration of the soul, after millions and millions of years, Bhaunam Janmanam Ante, you have got this human form of life. Now it is your business to inquire about the absolute truth. This is the business of human life. And ahara nidra bhayamaiton, how to eat, how to sleep, how to enjoy sex life and how to defend, that is animal business. So if you remain busy with these four principles of bodily necessities of life, ahara nidra bhayamaiton, then you remain on the animal platform. Beyond that, when you inquire about God, that is human life. Athata brahma jigyasa. So you are trying to raise him from this animal life to human life. This is your view.
Where you help inquire God.
Huh?
Where you help people inquire God.
Yes. Because that is reason. Athata brahma jigyasa. And they are forgetting that there is necessity of inquiring about God. To inquire about my relationship with God. What is God? They are neglecting it. Not only here, all over the world. It is becoming more and more acute.
So in relation to your movement, where does Marxism...
It is not my movement, it is the Vedic culture. It is not, don't think, if you say my movement, I am manufactured. Not. This is the Vedic culture.
No, from the standpoint of this culture.
Standpoint is that I am trying to revive the Vedic culture, that's all. That is my business. I am not manufacturing anything.
No, but how do you explain the wrongs that Marxism has made in the world?
What is it?
Marxism.
How do you explain the advance that Marxism has made?
Well, there are so many isms. If you go to criticize and study, so it will take most of our time. Better positively present what we want to do. If you like, you can take it. That's all. There are so many isms. When we become animals, then we manufacture so many isms. Babushatvika buddhi reki ha kurunandana. Bahushata anantasya buddhi abhyavasayana. Those are not fixed us, they have got so many isms. And those who are fixed us, they have got one ism. That is Krishna consciousness. Therefore Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya, mam ekam saranam. We are teaching them.
So is it correct to infer from what you have said that any culture...
It is correct because Krishna said. Krishna is infallible. We are not manufacturing anything. So it is correct because Krishna said. Mattat parataram nana, he is the supreme authority. But we have no faith in Krishna, therefore we manufacture something other than Krishna. That is our response.
You mean to say that any system that doesn't subscribe to this movement has no future at all?
No.
And that is the inference, that is the implication of what you have said.
Yes, that we say practical. That is the injustice, manufactured by imperfect senses. We have got defects. We are aware, we commit mistakes. Who is the person who does not commit mistakes? Brahm. We accept this body. which I am not. It is called pramad. Brahm pramad. Vipralipsa, without any perfect knowledge, you want to teach, that is cheating. Vipralipsa. And karnapada, our senses are imperfect. So how can give perfect knowledge with all this imperfection? Unless you become perfect, you cannot give perfect knowledge. So, any knowledge given by any imperfect person, we reject it. Useless waste of time. And actually that is the fact. If you are blind, you cannot see. You say, here is an elephant, a big thamba, pillar, by saying his leg, by touching his leg. But the elephant is less like a pillar. That is our speculation. On the coup. And there what is called? Kupamandukla. A frog in the well is trying to study Atlantic Ocean. Kupamanduka. So what do you know about the Atlantic Ocean? He is living within 3 feet of land, water. Kupamandukanna. It is there. Upatha means samas. Sir, we are in impartation just like that, going to study the planets. Or they will study from here. This kind of knowledge has no value, speculation.
That is something involved, isn't it?
Yes, that is, but your intuition, you have got born intuitively that jigyasu, that is especially manifested in human form of life. So, for jigyasu, it is recommended, tasmad gurum prapaddeta jigyasu se uttamam. You have to go to the proper person. So, that you are not doing. Tasmad gurum pravade, tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva vivache. These are the Vedic injunctions. Jigyasa is our natural instinct, that we go. There is no knowledge. That is difficult. You are misled. But the knowledge is there already. The Vedic knowledge is there. There are so many Vedas, Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, and Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas. But there is no systematic study of this literature. We are neglected.
Swami, I have a doubt. In the Mahamantra that you publicize, correct? It is Krishna that is emphasized. Is Bhagavata and other things are popular. Krishna
is the origin of everything. If you have studied Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aham adi hidevanam, aham sarvasya param, matta sarvam prabhattati. Matta parataram nanya kinchi sasti dhananya. So Krishna is the supreme. If you accept it, that is the supreme name of God, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Iva Kevala. Kalu Nasti, Vanasti, Vanasti, Visuddhinam. This is the Vedic injunction. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, Parang Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. In the Bhagavad it is said, Kittanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Parang Vijayate. These things are there. It is not a manufactured problem. It is based on Shastra. Kittanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Parang Vijayate. Kalau dosa nidhe rana, asti dheeka mahanu. These things are there.